Inferni, the clerks who keep the cargo records, and a Medicae officer. A fine chap whose medicine of choice is a bullet. May the God Emperor forgive him. Not every void ship can boast its own railway. That is true. Usually higher class ships are the ones that get the trains, but it's far from the greatest thing a rogue trader's warrant can see done. The credit here goes to Lady Theodora's predecessor, on whose orders the Adeptus Mechanicus assisted in birthing this miracle of sacred engineering from the womb of the dynasty's flagship. And what is the situation down here? Most of the locals unload trains and sort provisions. We maintain maintenance jobs. We give maintenance jobs to the more capable ones. The rest are reserve workforce. Whenever the crew are lost on a deck, we find replacement from among those rats. And if extra hands are needed anywhere else, there is always more than enough volunteers eager to work for rations. They even queue for jobs. The rabble down here cause you no problems, I hope. Surely you're joking, Lord Captain. The rabble are base in nature, and mutiny is always on their minds. They steal whatever they can get in their hands on, and lately they've moved from rations to tinned food to weapons. We confiscate these regularly, of course, and keep the serfs meek and terrified. It's the only way we can protect the mindless herd from themselves. Oh, and another thing. The bastards do on a regular basis is their... Another thing the bastards do on a regular basis is build their shacks in front of the service tunnel entrances. That has delayed the arrival of the Infernus brigades during several emergencies and caused air and power supply problems in adjacent bays. We burn those saboteurs along with their shacks, but they just keep pressing on regardless. You treat most of the members of your own species with either a resource or a parasite. It's unsurprising the world of humans is so filthy and dark. Mutinous rabble? How paranoid of you. To the best of my knowledge, being paranoid is practically a requirement in our line of work. In any case, the rabble are always plotting. Take my word for it. My man. Good boy, Pats. Be steadfast in your duty, Captain. The Emperor protects. Now that was cool. Okay. It doesn't say alone, does it? To one who has walked the footsteps, okay. Lower decks, the freight line, thus must likewise be the starting point of... Okay, sweet. Alright, the first thing we gotta do is... Every society breeds outcasts and misfits. Visit the forbidden areas. Okay. The servo overseer makes a note of everyone who passes the station. Excellent. That's where he is. Forcer, the traffic controller. Wow. Let's actually do it like this. Spread them out just a tad. Something like that. Get her a little bit out here too. Yeah, that looks good. Do a little bit of quick save. You heard the Lord Captain herself stopped by our bay. Okay. Nothing more to say there.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
Just a scribe. Alright. If they don't have a name pop up above their heads, there's probably nothing up with them. Is that blood? Can't be. We scrubbed the deck 3 times right before the rogue traitor came. Boy, take me. The captain will have our heads. I'm assuming that's something for the blood-spun web. Is this the welcome you give the rogue traitor? Albed's nostrils flare in anger. Whoever had the audacity to leave this behind this appalling symbol, I'll see to it the Master-at-Arms calls them to account herself. The corner of the captain's mouth twitches nervously as he mutters, damn those, how did they even examine the mark? You have seen this sort of symbol before. Death cultists carve bleeding marks like this own into their skin. Cabela carves the same symbol on her back of her hand with a knife and whispers a prayer. Domina Hope, remember this sign? This is the beginning of your quest, the first blood trail. Okay. Do you know what this mark is? It resembles one of the symbols associated with the blood-spun web. What is it called again? The Song of Trailing Blood, I think? It's a prayer familiar to many in this compartment. We've heard the spinners say it when they, well, perform their signature acts of service to the Emperor. Takes a deep breath. The soundless shadow sank into the dark. Okay, I'm not reading that. And... what is the Song of Trailing Blood? From what I can tell, it's something like a prayer. Matriarch, they call her. So, I guess I'll accept the invitation. Hope you find what you're looking for and return to the upper deck safely. Follow the blood symbols. Crescendo, Blaze, now on her sacred blood. Okay, sweet. Let's go. Someone unfortunate enough to be flattened by the train. Nice. Glistening on the track.
Know your duty.
Guy here. Easily take a life too, especially if someone's around with fancy boots. Ooh, goods. What's going on? Damn. I don't know which is which. Is it the one at the bottom or the one at the top? Bro's drinking too much rock nut. I'm assuming it was that one. Your families have disowned you. You're all refuse. And the stench of the lower decks is all you deserve.
We are bound by the blood of martyrs.
Quartermaster. Freaking medkit. Hello. Inspect the checkpoint. Stare at the mark, the quieter the sounds in the station become. The shadows grow longer and seem to stretch in the direction of adjacent section. It's so funny how well they do the world building. You know what I mean? It is quite astonishing. Alright, boys. Athletics, here we go. How do they manage to build the shanties faster than we can burn them down? No idea,
what
buddy.
is rightfully ours.
No idea. We got here. Stack of ration cards. 1 portion of ration protein and a mug of water. Okie dokie. Oh, is this to get down, I'm assuming? Help me, it hurts. Shut up. The burnt man, please save me. The younger man gasps for air through burnt lips, slipping in and out of delirium. His skin is dripping from his gaunt body like melted wax from a cradle. His eyes, somehow intact, alive, clear, and filled with pain, stare at you from under caked eyes. What happened to you? I'm Vale, a cleaner. I was in my house asleep, and forces came and set it afire. I didn't make it out in time. Do you know anything about the mark? He tries to turn his head, his blackened skin crunching as it opens, the scarlet cracks. A spinner came. She painted the symbol and then gave me water and whispered a strange verse. He told me to memorize it and recite it later, so that help would come. And here you are. Then I should... He begins to whisper, his lips twisted in pain. 2 soot-smirched souls her mercy did grant. Last breath expressed, knife met heart. Removed from chest, passed on death. Her duty blessed, a balm for those who would suffer. Anguish and distress, longing brought to rest. Of mortal bonds the soul divest. Assess the man's chances of survival. He might survive, but he will be maimed for life. Too much of his muscle has been charred to the bone. And even if he does retain some ability to move, pain will be his constant companion. His motor skills have been damaged beyond repair. A broken man or a corpse, time will soon tell. There are times when death is more merciful than a life of perpetual agony. I grant you the Emperor's justice. Wolf, greetings and salutations. This is mercy. Horror flashes the man's eyes, but once he sees your calm expression, he lets go of the fear and bows his head in resignation. So be it. I can't take it anymore. I'd rather die. Emperor protect. Sedzi, what up, buddy? Greetings and salutations. Wolf, Sedzi, my dudes. Good to see you, boys. There is no curse more terrible than an existence between unlife and undeath. You have liberated a tormented soul, Domino. The Undying One sees the good you have wrought. Of course. Of course. Of course. Why would he not? I need like 100 more points. Indubitably, good sir. Indubitably. Alright. What do we got over here? We got more loot. Oh, did I miss loot?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
It says it's up here. I guess not. Huh. Anyway. All right. Let's check out. Let's check it out over here. So this, what is that? Dead man. Okay. Hot from the oven. 1 ration card off the price of regulars. This shift only. Flute player. Uh-oh. Do I smell heresy? I might smell heresy.
The divine watches over us.
A group of gawkers are crowded around a makeshift stage, watching a strange duo perform. A man with old-looking goggles pushed up on his forehead, hands wrapped in warm leather gloves, plays a tune on a handmade flute. Next to him sits a stack of crates supporting some kind of game board. A scruffy rat is rolling small glass balls around the board. Watch the game. Several workers empty their pockets and start throwing ration cards, bolt nuts, and even a few power panels into a small chest next to the board. The flute player winks at the crowd and switches to a different tune. The rat squeaks excitedly and starts rolling the colorful balls the players have chosen around the maze of tunnels on the board. But not a single one reaches the goal, a hole marked with a red circle. The rat just rolls all the balls off the board or it's into its dead ends. Once the first group of players get their hopes dashed and leave empty-handed, new workers immediately take their place. By giving in to primitive pastimes, they try to forget the filth and poverty around them. They are deceived by laughter, a brief flash of pleasure, an imaginary moment of relief before sleeping mind sinks into the meaningless existence once more. Watch the rat. Succeeded! The rat scurries around the board, spurred by the flute. Its movements appear erratic at first, but after a while you notice how consistently the ball seems to miss the goal at the very last moment. While the rat's clumsy, amusing scampering distracts the spectators, its nimble tail directs the balls away from the hole. Listen to the tune. Let's see what we get. Succeeded! The rat's movements, from the flicks of its tail to when and where it pushes the balls, obey its master's wordless commands with uncanny precision. The notes, the pauses, the rhythm, every part of the melody is a signal to the flute player's tiny assistant. A fine show. The crowd, which has been too absorbed in the performance to notice your presence, turns to you. Expressions of frightful awe appearing on the workers' faces. Many start whispering prayers. The flute player's clear eyes widen in surprise, and then with an open and friendly smile says, "Many a grand story of the Lord Captain's generosity is told, and I swear on my own flute today I will add another. To a fortune peddler, the Lord Captain's grace is a gift from fate itself. He applauds you with gratitude, and the workers timidly join in. Perhaps you would like to trade some of us of the Captain's fortune? Blah. Perhaps you would like to trade us some of the Captain's fortune of yours, your ladyship." The flute player bows respectfully and gestures to the game board. The crowd buzzes with anticipation. A curious-looking flute. How did you come by it? He pats the instrument gently. My mother loved music. She used to hum beautiful melodies to me when she passed away. I carved this flute from her hip bone and learned to play, out of sorrow and respect for her memory. Okay. Are you suggesting we play a game? The flute player smiles eagerly. Please bless our little lark with your attention. Cheat? Play fair. Okay. How would I cheat? I guess we'll play fair, yeah. The man readies his flute and the rat dives under the board. You hear clawed feet scrabbling against the crate, and a few moments later, a green ball pops out of the center. The rat almost manages to get the ball in the hole, but sharply changes direction right at the last moment. Then it happens again and again and again. At last, the ball hits a dead end, signifying your defeat. Another round, your ladyship. The man bows his head in a slight smile. You know, I've heard wise visitors from higher up say that this little game offers more than just amusement. They say it's an opportunity to test different strategies, to learn about others and yourself. See, this is where I wish I could save it. It's like, you know what? Let's just do this one. I've had my fulfillment of my fill of entertainment for one day. Take this. Thank you for your generous gift. These folks will shower me in ration cards to get their hands on something that belonged to your ladyship. Fortune gave me the brightest of its smiles today. I hope you have enjoyed yourself. I certainly won't forget my faithful meeting with the Lord Captain. He clears his board in one deft movement and begins a new tune. Wait. Honestly, I think it's funny. I absolutely think it's funny. So, beggar? A group of beggars are rattling their alms mugs and obscenely displaying their hunger-stricken bellies and various disfigurements. A toothless man falls to his knees before you. Your ladyship! Spare a throne for those who can't even work jobs. Yeah, I'll give him the ration cards. Let your bellies be full tonight. Praise the Lord, Captain. The poor descend on the alms like a pack of gutter rats, each one scurrying off into their own corner of what they grabbed. Yep. Okay. So, is that... Are we...
Know your duty.
Got more goods. Dead man. He sure is standing there, isn't he? Got some treats for the Tango Discord under the hobby. Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah? Is that right? Yeah, I've been pumping out the damn videos today, man. And I've got another one coming out. I don't know when I'm going to be done with it. I'm editing it right now, but I finally got the recording done about Dragon Age and how it's not actually an RPG. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah, son. There it is. There it is. My man, Sudsy. More 3D printed goodness. That's some sexy shit right there. Oh, yeah. Daka Daka. Dude, one of these days, Games Workshop is going to get their shit pushed in with 3D printing. Yep. And they're absolutely going to regret it. All they had to do was not be shitty. That's all they had to do. And they couldn't even do that. Poor bastards. Yeah, well, I mean, some people are still buying their stuff because it's still technically better at the moment. But, you know, now they're getting more competition from people who used to play the Warhammer tabletop. I know several creators who are making their own war games. And then on top of that, it's like, I'm certainly never going to buy any of their shit now. Like, I thought about getting into it maybe, or just buying some of the figures for, you know, shits and giggles because I like stuff. Never going to happen. Never going to happen. Yeah, it's never going to happen now. That's for damn sure. Like, the only reason I give my money to them now is because I like Warhammer 40k games. But it's one of those things, man. It's like, I mean, here's the thing. Maybe with the huge cultural shift, they'll see it and actually start to pivot like all the other companies. And if they do, after I beat them with the stick a few more times, I think I could, you know, forgive and let live and kind of thing. French Crusade is its biggest competitor with former GW talent making it. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Well, the problem is that they're also doing the same stupid shit as GW with their virtue signaling nonsense. So, that's really my biggest thing. It's like, I don't care if you want to like charge $1 million, you know, charge an arm and a leg for your overpriced crap. As long as it's good, then, you know, people will buy it. That's as simple as it is. But I'm tired of giving people my money who claim to hate me, so I'm just gonna not do that. Okay, let's see what we got here. Dead man. The sinewy middle-aged man watches the bustle of the bay with detached expression. Every so often, whenever his eyes linger on the blood mark inscribed nearby, his face changes strangely and his hands clench into fists. Just as you begin to hear the rumble of another train approach, the man's gaze turns toward the track. He leans forward. So far, OPR hasn't virtue signal, just kept to the rules for free. 3D prints, STL's armies, not made by any company. Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Yes, do not even think of marring the underside of my train with your entrails. What? But I didn't. The man starts and almost falls, but manages to keep his balance. In the dim lumen light, you notice old scars scattered all across his body. The scars seem vaguely familiar. Look at the man's scars. Succeed! The scars all vary in length, width, depth, and shape. However, you notice a pattern in the way the scars are aligned, as well as a series of faded symbols in the man's rough skin. Death cultists bear similar marks on their body. But spinners are constantly renewing their wounds. This man's look long since healed. Yes. Your eyes always return to that symbol. What do you know? The symbol of the blood-spun web. I came here every watch, but it hasn't been here before now. I guess today must be a very special day. He smiles strangely. The man's faded eyes go wide as he notices Kabbalah. His voice quivers. You! Have you come to take me to the other side? He briefly studies the man's face and then turns away. I do not know you. Death's gaze is not upon you. The man lets out a dull groan and turns to look at the symbol. But then why is it here? You know the symbols of the blood-spun web. You bear similar scars. Are you not a spinner? I was, but I failed to complete my final assignment, so I was exiled from the cult. The vizier told me to kill one who would be a captain, who would be a certain junction of the utility tunnels for a certain hour. I went to the appointed spot and then waited. An hour, 2, 5. The junction was still empty. Nobody came. After hours of waiting, I finally realized the person at the junction had been me the whole time. It was my turn to go to the Undying One, but I was afraid. I couldn't do my duty. I ran. Humankind followed its own paths as children of Ashuria do. This monkey would be one who has lost his path. The spinners simply let you go and made no attempt to find you and kill you. There was no pursuit. I thought I'd see their black blades the very next day. Instead, years passed without them taking my heart. I tried starting a new life, but the terror never stopped eating away at me. When I got truly desperate, I went to the Temple of Death myself, but no one there would speak to me. When I gave them my name, they just whispered, Cerebed has gone to the Undying One. They looked through me as if I wasn't there. I've lived like this for 20 years, like a coward, like a dead man. You were ordered to die? For what reason? The man looks at you, but some would choose to leave the righteous path. These earn penance in due time. Her whips sing vengeance and renegade menace. Her blades pass sentence. For cowards seek to hide their hearts, but death makes no pretendence? Okay. It takes what it is due in essence. Dude, I've learned so many words from reading this shit. He stops and adds hoarsely, the third verse of the Song of Trailing Blood. The vizier recited it to me before sending me on my final assignment. I didn't realize at the time that this was my judgment. There were plenty of reasons. I sowed death. I offered him the souls of the most pleasing men and women I could find because it kindled my passions. I killed well-off crewmen who didn't deserve their wealth, and I took their thrones. I killed enforcers who looked into my eyes without fear because I wanted to be feared. I reveled in bloodshed. I betrayed the tenants. I realized it, but I couldn't help it because I enjoyed it. You don't sound particularly remorseful. I've spent years in remorse. I'm tired of it. And have you killed any more innocent souls since you ran? No. I've been afraid to touch my own knife since that day. Though it might just stab me on its own. But the temptation is always there. Huh. I want to kill him. But that's what he wants, right? He wants to die. But he's afraid. I don't know. I'm actually kind of confused on this one because it's like, if I don't kill him, he lives the rest of his life in terror, and he might just jump. But if I do kill him, it gives him release from that. And the worst part is neither one give me any points. And she did say, did she not? Where is it? Yeah, we'll go with number 3. You are disgusting, and I will not grant you the relief you crave. You may live on in suffering, fearful of every shadow. No! What about the symbol, the portent you were supposed to... The man's tired eyes fill with horror that quickly turn into hysteria. His knees buckle. He staggers heavily before falling into the tracks with a pitiful cry. No! Help! Cabela stares at the remains of he who was once her brother in service. Truly is better to die for him than live for yourself. This he forgot. Nice, okay. I had a feeling something like that would happen, but, you know, it is what it is, right?
I see what others do not.
Ooh, hello. Oh, nice, more rations.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
What's going on here? Mistakes must be paid for, ungrateful maggots. Can't deny the logic in that. The battered worker throws himself at your feet and touches the toe of your boot with dirty palms. Your gracious ladyship, hand of the god emperor, save your unworthy servant. Get lost! The enforcer's heavy baton pummels the man's back and shoulders several times. His bones crack audibly. The sound of breaking bones, the man's cries, the enforcer's hateful laughter reminds you of what you went through. Too vividly and painfully. Hope gained echo of torment. What the fuck? Really? Dude. A permanent debuff. My sincerest apologies, Lord Captain. Your boot, I'll clean it right away. Like, I didn't even make a choice other than just to walk over here. That's so dumb. A murmur of discontent breaks out among the gawkers who have gathered around. None of the other workers dare come closer, but the anger on their faces is plain to see. Do I care what he says? I will hear him out. Your ladyship, I work hard, never even take breaks to rest, and all I earn is 7 ration cards with 15 mouths to feed back home. The enforcers shake me down every shift, just like they do every other honest, hard worker who... Enough whining! You and your pals lifted a box of Nutri-Bars a few watches ago, and 2 canisters of water before that. I didn't beat the life out of you because I took pity on you, and this is the thanks I get? You quarantined the hub for 20 watches and refused to give out rations if we didn't have cards. Cards we can have no way to earn. And today you earned 15 cards in a single shift because you do the work of 3 people, right? Or did you take your pals to a dark corner somewhere, do them in, and take their share? I didn't do them in, it was an... The worker stops himself, cowers and whimpers. They got their heads bashed in by crates. The dead don't need the rations. I am surrounded by monkey. Or a pack of carrion eaters fighting over a single scrap of rotten flesh. Okay. What the fuck? Am I to understand the enforcers are appropriating the earnings from workers? We appropriate nothing. We monitor and redistribute, the enforcer mutters gloomily. The rabble are lying and thieving lots. We have instructions to stay alert for people holding more than their standard amount of ration cards, to prevent supply embezzlement and famine. They do take our cards, your ladyship, and then grow fat using them for themselves. The worker's eyes squeeze shut tightly as he whispers accusations. He seems unable to believe his stroke of luck. Every crime will be punished accordingly. I offer no protection to thieves. Low, insistent dissent begins to rise in the crowd, only to die back down as soon as the enforcers brandish their batons. The murmurs immediately turn into pleas for mercy. A sullen, red-bearded man with keen black eyes draws your attention. His oddly piercing gaze seems to size you up the whole time you were speaking, but now he has hastened to conceal himself behind the gawkers. The next thing you know, you are watching him run deeper into the tunnels. The enforcer hisses at the worker and vindictively. Oh yes, 12. This time I'm going to break 13 of your fingers and ribs. As a lesson to your slimy accomplices. Is that him over there? Yeah, there it is. Look. Permanent. Man, that fucking sucks. Yuck.
Over there.
Yeah, that really...
A soldier would have been disciplined for such a performance.
Did you fail? Oh, he's fatigued. Visit the void ship to remove. Boo. Oh well. That should be fine. So, failing doesn't get you... Okay, that's cool. Failing doesn't make it, doesn't mean you stop. Alright, that's enough of that. Okay. Glory to her lord captainship. We talk to the sordid goons? No. Another beggar we could talk to. Why did I hear a click? Okay. Damn, this place is huge, dude. I didn't expect a gigantic zone down here. Looks like the spinner killed him. It says it's the Emperor's will. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. It is. Because it is. You'd do well to remember it. Damn, dude, look at all this. The foreman. Oh, is that him?
Let the faith guide my path to glory.
Attention to detail is the key to success.
Hey, nice. Stealing from the poor. Gotta love it, right? I do like the depth Alcap puts into this game. Truly a masterpiece. Yes, I agree. It is something else, man. Alright, let's grab that. Nice. Succeeded. I wonder why it's giving me all these ration cards. Like, what the hell? Gotta be for something. I mean, I did give it some to some beggar. And not only that, dude, their world building is astounding. But it is one of those things that you can auto-saved. It is one of those things where it's like
watches over us.
You can kind of understand it because they have the ability to write whatever they want without having to deal with voice acting. And I really think, like, I just released a video about this where, remember when I talked about it the other day? I basically cut that into a video, and it's like, AI will absolutely, AI voice acting and AI storytelling will absolutely revolutionize these kind of things. Where you can, because I mean, the thing about it is like, imagine you had an AI trained on the Warhammer 40k universe. And so it understood the nuances of the lore to the point where it could come up with unique and interesting stories within this world and actually have it be like true to lore and whatnot, and then write lines and dialogue, and then have it, you know, voice act all of them with different voices and all kinds of other shit. All right, the foreman. The day the Lord Captain wandered into our slum will be remembered in legends. The broad-shouldered man raises his hand in greeting. His old prosthetic creaks plaintively as it takes the weight of his body. The locals and the enforcers call me the foreman. I have no other name. You might say I'm in charge here, in the whole of a place. You recognize the shaggy beard and the keen black eyes. This is the man who was watching you during your encounter with the enforcers and the station worker. Saw you near the marketplace. What were you doing? Watching one of my workers taking a beating. I feel sorry for the lad, but there was nothing I could do. He smiles wryly, showing his yellow teeth. Almost all the front ones have been knocked out. I stuck my neck out in the past. Not doing it again. I seek the Bloodspun Web's temple. Do you know where it is? The cultists do not let people like me in on their rites and mysteries. I am grateful for them for their services to the God Emperor, but to be honest, I can't get behind their love of death. I'm much too fond of living. And what's life for the workers down here? They toil day in and day out for the glory of the ship. The rest of the time, they do their best to survive, faced with hunger. And the more deranged of the enforcers, void leprosy, interesting, fires, floods, noxious fumes. He lists them off on his fingers, although he has fewer than nature's average to work with. In a word, it's a decent enough life. If you work, you survive. If you freeload, you also survive, if you're clever. Well, and if the God Emperor wills it. And what are you cooking in the vat? Believe it or not, this soup is made from mold slime, and technical drain water has been simmering here in the vat for at least 200 years non-stop. See the growth on the walls over there? We harvest it, dry it, and use it to season the soup. Ugh. If we're lucky, the smell attracts a void rat. And someone gets to have meat in their bowl. The foreman points a finger proudly toward the vat. It's one of those who can't even earn enough of a ration card. I feed them in exchange for services or favors. Sometimes it pays off, sometimes it doesn't. My people keep an eye out for workers trying to eat 2 bowls in one sitting. One is enough to fill your stomach for an entire watch. Some complain about the taste, of course, in grates. I am not gonna do that. Yeah, I'll give him the ration cards. Hand these out. You'll know who needs them most. He opens and closes his mouth in astonishment. Lord Captain, you've just helped some good families survive. I'll divide them up amongst them, and be sure to tell them your ladyship, who did this in good terms. All right, we're done. Okay.
Let us walk this path to the end.
Oh. That is disgusting. Seriously disgusting. The deeper we go, the better it gets, right? Shadows grow seem to stretch in adjacent direction. We already did that. Typical half Ziti cuisine? Yeah, I know, right?
We should deal with this.
Dude, I thought we were gonna get run over by a fucking train. Oh my god.
With each step, I forge my destiny among the stars.
If you read the old lore books, I bet they do.
I better myself through my service.
Outcasts. Sick and broken or hurted to die of various diseases. Do not touch anything. Okay. Stop being so bloody difficult. What's this thing the death cult to say? Your time has come, or what have you. No, please, what did I do? Ugh. Talk about being everywhere at once. How about we take the stuff from the marketplace? We'll get to eat soup tonight. Lovely. I guess we'll go investigate. Specimens before you must be the most repellent inhabitants in this compartment. They are covered in sores and bald patches glistening with pus, and stench of unwashed bodies brings a tear to your eye. One of them glowers at you and grunts. What you want? For what crime did you kill this man? Grinning, the leader spits out, for the crime of wealth. That dead bastard had rations and fuel cells. We'll trade them for porridge. Might as well. And you speak like that to the Lord Captain? Insolent scum! The outcast looks at one another and bursts into a hoarse, gurgling captain. The Lord Captain? In this shithole? I am St. Druce. Here is my regalia. Exposes his armpit riddled with boils. Gracious Emperor, why are we talking to these horrible people? That these or many other questions will be left unanswered. Yes, indeed. Even meeting wretched heretics such as this brings me joy. Wiping out even a drop of corruption is still a worthy deed. You detect a note of hysteria in the vagrant's laughter. The fingers of many are convulsing and trembling. There is something in the fearless way they look at you, an indifference to death, too strange and unnatural. Okay. The mutant bears the black stumps in its teeth. We'll gut you and trade for what you have in a pile of scran. Hey, outcast, come up if you want to share the spoils.
Cast you into eternal
Oh,
darkness.
bloody.
Surrender to the
Bloody.
dark powers.
Bloody, bloody, bloody. Okay, start battle. How many? 13? 2, there's 1 up there. 3 up there. Alright, Cassia will go here. Albert. Oh, he's standing right next to them, so I'll leave him be. What about her? She's standing... Okay. Who is this? That's me. Alright, let's back up. That one goes. Then those guys. Then that guy. Oh, there's a bunch over there. Okay. Alright, she is... Oh, there's 3 there. Okay. Oh. So all 3 of them? Heresy! Dare to attack the Lord Captain? Exactly. Yep. And Argentia. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. We are going to have a good old time with that. Okay. And look, she starts with 2 stacks. Oh, it's so good. Are you ready, boys? Here we go. Lidless stare. That's pretty good.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered around.
Oh. It does suck that it doesn't tell you if they were stunned. You have to like scroll up and look. So 4 of them got stunned. But he is stunned. Did he get stunned? No, he did not get stunned. Is there a leader? Oh, look, they're groups of 3. That's hilarious. Like literally groups of 3. Oh, dude. Check this out.
Grey hair.
Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and throw. And I guess we'll just throw front line here. We'll put the back line here-ish, I guess. Put the rear here. There we go. And the back line here.
I am a navigator, not a servitor.
The heretic is on fire. The heretics are on fire. Yes. Let the heretic burn. Cleanse and purge.
Life for the Imperium! That's right.
That's right. Okay. Now. Then you 3 go, then you 3 go, then you 3 go. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to give Argentia a turn. Yeah. Are you ready for this? Are you ready, peasants? Concentrated fire. Oh, what is this? Immediately gains 9 MP. If they have stacks of versatility, they gain 3 more stacks of versatility, which lasts until the end of their turn. So let's quick save. So if I pop this, it should give me immediately more stacks. And a bunch of MP, which I don't really need. And this is free, so we're going to do it. Yeah.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Because she's the only soldier. Are you ready, peasants? You dare attack the Lord Captain? It looked like it hurt. Did that hurt? It looked like it hurt. It definitely looked like it hurt. All right, now. Unfortunately, she doesn't have the ability to hit multiple people. You know, instead of giving her a melee weapon, I might want to give her an automatic weapon. I do have that other Eldari thing. I should probably check something about that out, right? Frag grenade should finish him off.
This tedium is beneath me.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, none of them have a lot of HP though, do they? No, they don't. I guess I could just kill that guy, right?
I will not.
Oh, I can't attack because I used a grenade. Well, ain't that some shit? Well, that sucks. I forgot about that. Guess we'll just pop that and pass the turn. Oh, that's the leader. So, skadoosh. Is that? It does, actually. Let's do it. That doesn't end my turn. There it is. He's dead now. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to move here. Oh, because I'm in melee range, I can't. Oh, that sucks. Let's do this. Let's charge. You're wrecked, bitch. And then I'll walk up to this fool and just smack him.
Footprints of Scarlet.
Whack. Lovely. Didn't get the 2 MP like I'd hoped. But that's okay. And we will charge. Yep. Whee! Can I get to it? No. I've only got 1 stack. Damn it. We'll pass the turn. Immediately dies. Did he leave? Did he leave gas where he died? That's disgusting. That's disgusting. All right, whose turn is it? It's Hope's? Okay. So we will... Blessings of the Emperor be upon you. There we go. And... Alright, it's time to try this. Okay, it is a 3x3 square. Look at that, 59%. Why is it only 59%? Alright, let's do... Well, it's going to be free, so can I give her voice? Yes, I can. And then we're going to give her an extra turn. And she's going to kill all 3 of them. Yay! Clearly a servant of Nurgle, I know, right? Oh, damn, she doesn't get any movement. Oh, we can do this. Yes! Yes! Charge! Psh. Okay. And then we do Death Waltz. Have at thee, bitches!
Death is a blessing. The other side.
Oh! Say it ain't so, baby. Say it ain't so. I think that's pretty much it. We can... Yeah, we can actually get back. It's not really going to do much of anything, but we'll do it anyway. But what that'll do is it'll allow Hope to do a free attack. The dance of death be upon you, sister. And let's go here. The fact that you can use it twice is pretty baller. She's got like 5 stacks of that shit now. I could probably make it all the way over here to him. But I think what we're going to do is we're just going to throw down some of that goodness right there. Yes, yes. And in the turn, oh look, free attack. Are you ready? Here goes nothing.
Let this be the warning to all who oppose us.
Oh shit! 32 warp damage. Okay, let me... So I used that. It said it had a... It said it had chances to hit, but I don't see the rolls for that. You know what I mean? Huh. Oh well. Alright, so... Hammer of the Emperor? Oh, dude, I could have done the press the advantage too. All right, boys, I think that's gonna be it. I think we're gonna call it there. And guess who gets to go next? Guess who gets to go next? Is it just that guy? There's 4 guys left. Stand to, sister. Do you remember what it said about single shots being unable to miss?
I'll do it.
Oh. Oh. Oh, it's so good, man. So good. Let's go, baby. All right, where? Oh, they're both right there. I could kill them both with her, but I think I'll let Albert have it.